Hello champions, how are you doing? Well, today's video is very special. It's special because you're going to learn how to go about organizing your business. When you're looking for a file, for example, and you see everything else but that file, when you go into your warehouse and you're trying to search for a product, you see all kinds of product but that one thing that you're looking for. If you go into on your desk to do your work and you're looking to find a pen and you see everything else but that pen, when the situation is so messy, it creates problems. It creates problems of multiple kinds, and in fact, it wastes a lot of your resources. It wastes your space. Why? Because you have too many unwanted things lying there. It wastes the quality which we spoke about already because you are now applying your frugal mindset. You didn't get your scissors, so you're trying to tear a piece of paper with your hand, maybe fold it. The kind of tear that you're going to get is not going to be good, so you're impacting quality. It also impacts your safety. You may slip, you may break your bone, or you may break the product, or both. So you don't want to do this. And there is a way to go about organizing your workplace to get all of these things in order. What are those things is what I'm going to discuss in this video. So hang on and keep watching. Welcome back champions. My name is Hardik and I make videos that can help your business grow, improve and propel. If you think what I say makes sense, and if you feel a conversation with me, a one-to-one discussion with me can help you solve some of your business challenges, then all you need to do is go on to my website, scroll a little down. You will see relevant sections where you may have problems and you want to ask questions. Click on them, answer a few very basic questions, and there you should be able to book a one-to-one free consultation call with me. So the method that we are going to be discussing is called 5S. This is not a method that I have invented or discovered. This is a method used and discovered by the Japanese guys. They are highly process oriented, and this method is a part of the subject called Lean Six Sigma. And I'm going to be doing a lot of videos on tools and topics related to Lean Six Sigma that can help you improve your business. A lot of people try and organize their warehouse or try and organize their desk, their office space to get this clutter off. But whenever we do this, either we leave it at some point, we half do it. We don't take it all the way out. Why? Because we get too tired. Because there are too many things to correct, right? A lot of times we don't even end up starting to do this. We say, okay, you know what? Managing in the chaos is easier than correcting the chaos. All of this happens because there is not one single method to go about doing this kind of improvement. So here is a method that we are going to learn today. It's called 5S. Let's jump into it. So like the name suggests, 5S has 5 steps. And S doesn't stand for steps, but S is the 5 different S's that you need to conduct. So the first one is sort. Sorting means you take one area of your business, could be the warehouse, and if you're taking warehouse, then one area in the warehouse. If you're taking your office, then one area in the office or one desk in the office, and then you start sorting. What is the goal here? The goal is to identify things that are unwanted right now or not very frequently used. Of course, those items are there because at some point you needed them, but now you don't use them anymore, but they're still lying there. Those could be items that you got and you placed it there thinking that in the future or maybe tomorrow I will keep it in the place where it needs to be, and that tomorrow never came. All of these items which are unwanted or not wanted at a high frequency need to be sorted out. The ones which are not wanted anymore, you want to tag them as maybe a red sticker. You put the red sticker on them so that you can identify that these are items that are not wanted. You may also want to maybe in case if your products are small and you're doing your warehouse, you may want to take a trolley along with you. The plastic trolley that you see in D-Mart or Mega Mart that we go into the superstores, you may want to take a trolley like that. A red trolley a trolley with red color, and you want to place products inside that which are not wanted. So you can identify and segregate the unwanted products, the products that are not frequently used, and the things that you very frequently use. This is the first step. The second step is set in order, which means what? Which means make a place, designate a place for everything that you have in your business. So let's say, for example, when I come to my office, I have a wallet with me. I obviously have my cell phone. I have my AirPods, and I also have a camera. Now, what do? Camera is not something that I'm going to use when I actually sit on my desk to do my work, but I'm going to use my laptop. I'm not going to use my wallet, but I'm going to use my AirPods. So now I don't need my wallet at the place that I'm at. So what I do, I put my wallet, I designate a place, and I say wallet must be kept in the drawer, which is away from my desk, and I'm fine with it because I'm not going to use it. But AirPods, I need it. So I have a small designated place where I keep my AirPods, which is like a little away from my hand. So I can just pick it up, put it up, and do my stuff. I also have a charging pod right besides me because I know it needs to be a one hand distance from how I can operate it and make it easy. So assign a place for everything. And when you assign a place, make sure you also label it. Okay, why? Because when you label it visually, we gather information through all our five senses, right? And the powerful way in which we gather information that goes really deep in our heads is by viewing it, which is one of the reasons when we meditate, we close our eyes because we don't want that powerful sense, eyes, to take information. So when you put a sticker on somewhere and say, this is where you keep your wallet, you're automatically going to keep your wallet there. Of course, does it require discipline? Of course it does. But it becomes a little easier than not having a label there. So designate a place for everything. Sometimes in a manufacturing setup, you may also require to design the space in such a way, which means if you have, let's say, tools that you want to keep, then you may want to have a board that has places to capture the tools, like you have in a toolkit, right? You can't keep the screwdriver in a place of a hammer, and you can't put a hammer in a place of a screwdriver. There are specific places designed. The box is designed in such a way. You may want to design the board in such a way so that it's easy to remove tools and be able to operate. You will be surprised the amount of time that people spend in finding the right tools to go about processing is insane, simply because the tools are not kept in the right place. If you solve this by setting in order, you will end up improving your productivity because people are now not looking for the tool. They are simply able to find it where it's supposed to be. The third step is shining it. When you do the first step, which is when you sort and when you try and assign the place, you will also come across products and things which are broken. You will also come across product and things which are not done right, or which require polishing or which requires repair. All of those products you got to repair, you got to set it right, and you got to clean it, because when you clean it, it works better. I'll give you an example. Let's say you are doing this in your warehouse, okay, and your products are heavy. So you require a forklift to actually lift the product and move it from one place to another. Now, if this forklift has a problem, shine. This is a stage where you correct that problem and make sure it is usable. You are putting products in the racks, but you suddenly see your, one level of your rack is not good, is not in good condition. Then you may want to put it in the good condition. We all travel international, right? And we all appreciate the beautiful roads that we travel on. And we hope that these roads are there in our own home country also. What are we appreciating? We are appreciating this very third step. We have the same roads, but they don't shine as well as the roads that we see internationally. And when it shines, you want to follow the lane. You don't want to cut the lane simply because it's beautiful. That's how our brain works. If you shine your workplace, which does not mean decorate it. No, that's not what I mean. I'm simply saying let it be clean so that the labels that you put in the previous step can be seen. It is not in the middle of all the clutter, because when it's in the middle of all the clutter and we see the clutter, our mind gets multiple information. It also gets the information of the clutter, and that can cause stress. So shine it, keep it clean, hygienic, because that will help avoid a lot of bad things happening in your company and will improve your productivity for sure. Now, the fourth point is called standardize. What I mean by that? Well, all the three steps that we spoke about need not be done only once. So you got to standardize the way you went about doing those three steps, which means creating a process. Now, after you create a process, also create a schedule, because you don't want to do this every hour or every week. You may want to do this once in a month. You may want to do this entire exercise once in a quarter. Whatever the place is, like if it's a desk, you may want to do it every week, but if it's a warehouse, you may want to do it in every quarter. Now, create a schedule when this process is to be followed. And the third thing, assign it to somebody. Create an owner who is going to do this process. And you need not have one owner. You can have all supervisors, owners for their portion of the workplace, or you can have everybody be an owner of where they work. So it could be somebody who's a machine operator can own the way to organize his surroundings, his machine. You could have the owner like that. But the idea is to standardize it so that you can repeat these processes and make sure that whatever beautification you've done, I'm using the word beauty, but I don't mean decoration. Whatever beautification you've done, organization that you've done, remains the way it should be. The fifth S and the most important S is called sustain. And there is a lot of importance given to this fifth S. Even I spoke about this tool being a part of Lean Six Sigma. Six Sigma also has a method to do it. And the last part of Six Sigma is called control, which is very, very much similar to the sustain here. What it means is any kind of improvement that you do, the improvement should live for a long time. It should not be something that gave you benefits for a 2 or 3 month period and then you reversed it. You went back to the old ways of doing things, right? We in India also look for sustain in our medical science, right? We go with Ayurveda because we feel that is more sustainable than allopathy. Nothing against allopathy, but this is just to drive the point. So sustain means you got to be able to see if people that you assign the processes to are doing it the way they should be doing it. So you got to design a mechanism to audit. There is a mechanism recommended by Six Sigma. It's called Gemba, and I'm going to be doing a separate video maybe on that. If you want it, put it in the comment box and I will be happy to do it. Gemba means going there and watching if things are in order, if things are where it is supposed to be, because now you're going to be labeling it, you're going to be marking it. So make sure by walking the place to see if things are where they are supposed to be. So identify a mechanism to audit, then identify a mechanism to review, which means if there is somebody, if you've seen things not in place, then you can call that person and understand the reasons behind that and construct a plan of action so that that does not repeat. So have a mechanism to review how you're going to make corrections if things go bad. Also, along with that, create a mechanism to give rewards and to give penalties for people who've not done it in spite of you telling them how to overcome the challenges, and people who've done it, how are you going to applaud? Needless to say, put more emphasis on the reward, because rewards work like a charm and everybody wants appreciation. Appreciation works better than penalties. Fear always has a lower point than appreciation. Everybody wants to get up in the morning and be a part of a community where they are appreciated, where they get their energies from. So do that, and that will complete the 5 S's for you. Now, where can you apply this 5S? Well, you can apply it almost everywhere, starting from your own work desk or maybe even your laptop. A lot of times we save files on the desktop and it just remains there. You can start applying 5S on your laptop, to your work desk, to your warehouse, to your manufacturing setup, or if you're a trader, then your trading setup, your entire company, your wardrobe, your entire life. 5S can be applied everywhere. You just need to know these 5 S's. Start small, start with something that you can order, understand the concept, and then apply it to bigger items. How should you go about doing this? Well, I suggest a 3-step way of doing this. Another benefit, a byproduct of applying 5S is getting the team together and getting them process oriented. So the first step towards getting the 5S applied is to train your team, which means everybody, even the person who brooms and sweeps the floor of your office, even that person must be trained on 5S in the language that person will understand. So first step is train your people, get trained yourself. The second one that you want to do is assign the scope of 5S, which means what? You got to tell the person where is he supposed to apply the 5S. If he goes applying everywhere, then chances are he will drop the ball, because then he's picked up, he's never had a pet, and now he decides to, instead of starting with a cat or a tortoise, he suddenly decided to pet a tiger. It's never going to work, right? So you got to start small and then graduate bigger. So define the scope of where the person can apply 5S. That's the second step that you got to do. And the third step is have 5S meetings, which means every month let people who've done the 5S present to you the before and the after, and that way you can also appreciate them. If you do this 3-step mechanism and go ahead graduating, everybody will love the kind of changes that they are making. It is simple to make these changes, and slowly and steadily you will end up building a culture of people who appreciate organization. So I want to share with you this one last thought. A while ago, when I was traveling outside of India, and I was wondering, I wish I had the caliber to get the country to become as organized as the country that I was traveling in. And then when I pursued that thought a little more, I realized I don't really need to think at a country level right now. What I can do is I can start with my own company. Why? Because for my own company, I am the Prime Minister. If I can organize my own country, if I can make and influence my own people to become organized, to become disciplined, to become process oriented, to become systematic, if I can organize my company to become better than my country, all of these people, each one of them will go out and start organizing their families. And each member of the family will in turn go out and organize something else. And that's how we all will be able to create a major impact in the way we operate our country. So the ball is in your court. You are the Prime Minister of your company. Are you looking at a chaotic office, or you want to build a systematic organization? You are the Prime Minister. So I hope you like this video, and I'm sure if you've reached this stage, you definitely have. So go hit the like button and encourage me to do more videos like that. I would truly appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, go hit the subscribe button. Now this time around, share this video with not only the entrepreneurs, the prime ministers of several other companies, but also share this video with your staff, your manager, or anybody else who is a working professional, because they themselves can also do 5S in their own capacity and improve their professional or personal life. Until we meet next time, keep learning, keep implementing 5S guys, and keep propelling.